In a small African village nestled between vast stretches of savanna and ancient baobab trees, life revolves around tradition and community. The village thrives on its customs, where family reputation and adherence to societal norms shape every decision. Among its inhabitants is Zola, a young woman whose life has been a series of quiet struggles. Her father's passing left a void in her life, and with it came the harsh realities of living under her stepmother's roof. Mama Jelani, Zola's stepmother, is a stern and calculating woman. To the outside world, she appears as a dutiful widow, but within the confines of their modest home, her treatment of Zola is anything but kind. For Mama Jelani, Zola is little more than a burden, an extra mouth to feed, and a reminder of a past she would rather forget. She spares no opportunity to remind Zola of her place, ensuring the young woman shoulders the heaviest chores and bears the brunt of her criticisms. Zola, despite her hardships, is a beacon of kindness and resilience. She navigates her days with quiet determination, her spirit unbroken, even as she dreams of a life beyond the walls of her stepmother's home. But Mama Jelani has other plans. Determined to rid herself of Zola, she arranges a marriage with Temba, a poor farmer who lives on the outskirts of the village. To Mama Jelani, this union is a convenient solution, a way to free herself from the responsibility of caring for Zola. In her eyes, Temba is unremarkable and incapable of offering Zola any future of worth. His modest hut and meager possessions seem to affirm her belief that he will never amount to anything. Confident in her decision, she sends Zola away with little thought, certain that this marriage will erase Zola from her life for good. What Mama Jelani doesn't realize, however, is that her perception of Temba and of Zola is entirely wrong, setting the stage for a story of unexpected resilience and triumph. After her forced marriage to Temba, life for Zola takes a stark turn. Their humble home is a far cry from the comfort of her stepmother's house, and the realities of poverty weigh heavily on her. Temba's dilapidated hut is small and bare, lacking the luxuries and basic comforts she once knew. Yet, despite the hardships, Zola finds a strange sense of peace in the simplicity of her new life. Temba, too, seems unfazed by their material struggles. He is quiet, thoughtful, and hard-working. At first glance, he appears nothing more than a poor farmer trying to eke out a living from the harsh land. The villagers, much like Mama Jelani, view him with pity and skepticism, assuming he will never achieve more than subsistence. However, Zola begins to notice subtle signs that Temba is far more than he seems. His hands, though rough from labor, are dexterous, his movements deliberate and precise. Conversations with him reveal a depth of knowledge about the land, agriculture, and community matters that go beyond mere survival. There are whispers of his resourcefulness in trading, his ability to barter goods, and his clever use of the scarce resources around him. Despite this, Temba keeps his secrets close. He never boasts or seeks validation for his intelligence or ambition. Zola, curious and observant, catches glimpses of his vision for a better future, a vision that doesn't revolve solely around farming, but a deeper understanding of building something substantial from nothing. His quiet determination begins to stir something in Zola, a sense of admiration and hope. Meanwhile, the village's judgmental gaze falls squarely on Zola. Gossip spreads like wildfire, with whispers about her fall from grace. The once respected daughter of a prominent family is reduced to a pauper's wife, and the community talks of her humiliation. Her stepmother's words echo in her mind, taunting her every day, telling her she has been cast into obscurity. Yet, Zola refuses to let these challenges define her. She becomes a pillar of strength for Temba, offering him emotional support and sharing in his struggles. Her dignity, though tested, remains intact as she proves to herself and to the world that her worth is not determined by wealth or societal approval. Together they navigate the judgments and the difficulties, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. Temba's secret becomes a shared dream, one that is no longer hidden, but is shaping their future. A future built on resilience, understanding, and unwavering determination. Mama Jelani's presence in Zola's life does not wane with her departure to Temba's home. Despite Zola's newfound independence and the growing strength of her relationship with Temba, Mama Jelani's influence persists. She sees Zola's marriage as nothing more than a temporary setback, a situation that will ultimately prove to be disastrous. Each visit is laced with condescension, her words sharp and cutting, intended to erode Zola's confidence. Unsolicited visits become a routine for Mama Jelani. She arrives unannounced, her stern face a constant reminder of her disdain. Whether it's during harvest or on market days, she manages to insert herself into moments meant for joy and celebration, transforming them into opportunities to humiliate Zola. Her gossipy nature fuels the village's judgmental whispers, perpetuating the false narrative that Zola has been discarded by her family, no longer worthy of respect. Behind her seemingly innocent questions and concerned inquiries lies a deeper motive. Mama Jelani's true intention is revealed gradually. She intends to reclaim Zola if her marriage fails. She has no regard for Zola's happiness or personal growth. Instead, her vision is fixated on using Zola as a means to serve her own ends. Whether it's by forcing her back into laborious tasks within her household or marrying her off again for profit, Mama Jelani views Zola as a tool for advancement. The village, swayed by Mama Jelani's influence, becomes a hotbed of gossip. Every failure or setback faced by Temba and Zola is exaggerated and fed back to her. Zola, however, grows wiser to her stepmother's machinations. Her once naive belief in the goodwill of family is replaced by a clearer understanding of Mama Jelani's true nature. Despite Mama Jelani's persistent meddling, Zola and Temba's bond remains unshaken. Their shared resilience and the vision they have for their future continue to outshine the negativity surrounding them. As much as Mama Jelani tries to orchestrate Zola's downfall, life in Temba's humble hut was a constant struggle. Yet amidst the poverty, there was an unspoken promise of something more. Zola's eyes began to open to the layers of her husband's personality that were hidden beneath the surface. Their days were spent in labor, but late into the nights, Temba would work in quiet solitude, his hands carving intricate designs from wood. At first, Zola assumed it was simply a hobby, a way for him to pass the time during moments of respite. One day, curiosity led her to his workspace. The room, once a storage area, had been transformed into a workshop filled with tools and wood shavings. Temba's carvings were unlike anything she had seen before. Delicate patterns, elaborate motifs, each piece unique in its craftsmanship. The sheer beauty of his work took her breath away. "You've been hiding this from me?" Zola asked, her voice filled with wonder. Temba smiled softly, his eyes warm but guarded. "It's just a way to pass the time," he said, though there was a quiet pride in his voice. But Zola knew better. Her heart swelled with admiration for the man who created such art from nothing. Wordlessly, she began to help him, offering ideas on how to market his work and streamline the process. Together, they ventured to the nearby market with their carved goods, simple yet breathtaking. And the reaction was overwhelming. Wealthy traders and villagers alike admired Temba's creations, buying pieces and asking for more. The success wasn't immediate, but it was steady. Temba's craftsmanship caught the attention of prominent buyers, and soon, his small workshop was brimming with orders. Every piece he crafted told a story, a testament to his resilience and vision for a brighter future. As their business flourished, Temba revealed more about his dreams. He spoke of investing his earnings into a large plot of fertile land, a place where they could build not just a home, but a legacy. It was a vision so far removed from his current reality, but one he had held on to for years. "I've been saving every coin for this," he confessed, showing Zola a small stash hidden away beneath their mattress. I want us to have something of our own, a place where we can live, grow, and be free. Zola's heart swelled with pride and hope. She had always believed in Temba's potential. But now, witnessing his passion and commitment, her belief turned into action. With her intelligence and creativity, she helped him expand his business, securing partnerships, improving their products, and even learning how to handle the finances. Together, they crafted a future far beyond what anyone had imagined for them, a future built on talent, hard work, and love. Through this journey, Zola discovered not only the hidden depths of Temba's abilities, but also her own strength in standing beside him, supporting his dreams, and helping him turn them into reality. Their shared vision became a beacon of hope in the face of adversity, proving that with resilience, anything was possible. The small village market had never seen the likes of Temba's creations. His intricate wood carvings and crafted tools had brought a newfound prosperity to their humble home. Zola and Temba's once meagre life was now filled with opportunities, and their simple workshop had become a symbol of hope for the community. Their hard work had paid off, and slowly but surely, their financial situation had transformed. Temba's secret, his talent, was no longer a secret. The villagers had begun to take notice, their attitudes shifting from skepticism to admiration. Customers from neighboring villages traveled to see what the young couple had created. Wealthy traders offered higher prices for Temba's work, and orders continued to pour in. Word of their success reached Mama Jelani. Initially, she dismissed the rumors, believing them to be exaggerated tales spun by villagers seeking attention. But as she made her way to the market one afternoon, her eyes fell upon Zola's confident stance and Temba's flourishing business. Their workshop was buzzing with activity, customers eagerly discussing Temba's latest pieces. Her face twisted in disbelief as she approached. "Is this really you?" she sneered, her voice laced with mockery. "You, who once had nothing but dreams?" Zola met her gaze with a composed expression. "Yes, Mama Jelani. This is us. We've worked hard to build this together." Mama Jelani scoffed. "Hard work, you say? You've been lucky, that's all. This will fade just as quickly as it came." But her attempts to undermine their success fell flat. The villagers, once swayed by her influence, now saw through her bitterness. They admired Zola's courage and Temba's dedication. Every glance in Mama Jelani's direction was met with silent disdain from the community, who had witnessed firsthand the couple's transformation from poverty to prosperity. "You can try to discredit us," Zola said calmly, "but the truth speaks for itself. We've built something real, something that no amount of gossip can destroy." Mama Jelani's attempts to downplay their achievements only made her seem more irrelevant. Her once powerful words had lost their sting, her influence diminished, as the community rallied behind Zola and Temba. The couple's story had become an inspiration, a testament to resilience and determination. Temba, standing beside Zola, offered a gentle smile. "It's not about luck," he said softly. "It's about believing in something and working towards it, no matter the odds." Mama Jelani, humiliated by the support they received, retreated into the shadows of her own bitterness. The villagers no longer feared her, and Zola's strength shone through every challenge. Together, Temba and Zola continued to build their legacy, proving that love, perseverance, and unity could triumph over even the harshest of adversities. The sun dipped low over the horizon, casting long shadows across the landscape. Temba sat quietly beside Zola, the warmth of their home now a far cry from the poverty they once endured. Despite their success, there was still a lingering mystery, Temba's true origins. Zola often wondered how a man so resourceful and ambitious could come from nothing, but she never pressed him for answers. One evening, as the fire crackled and their humble dinner was served, Temba finally spoke. "There's something I need to tell you," he said, his voice steady but subdued. "Something about my past." Zola nodded, her heart already sensing the weight of the revelation. I'm listening. For the first time, Temba shared the story of his childhood. He was the son of a wealthy merchant, one of the most prosperous men in the region. His father had high expectations, planning for Temba to inherit the family business and live a life of comfort. But Temba had always felt constrained by those expectations. He longed to prove himself on his own terms, to find his own path rather than follow the one paved for him. I left, Temba admitted, his voice tinged with emotion. I couldn't live under my father's shadow. It wasn't about wealth for me. It was about creating something authentic, something that would be mine, not handed to me. Zola listened intently, absorbing every word. And you've done that, she said softly. Together, we've built something real. The revelation brought mixed emotions, pride, understanding, and a deeper bond between them. Temba's father had sent emissaries over the years, trying to find him, to mend their fractured relationship. But Temba had remained distant, determined to succeed without the comfort of his family's influence. A week later, a surprise visitor arrived at their doorstep. An elderly man, well-dressed and dignified, stepped into their modest home with measured grace. It was Temba's father. I've heard of your success, the man said, his voice calm yet authoritative. You've done more than I ever imagined. I came to offer you my support. Temba stood, a mix of hesitation and curiosity on his face. I appreciate the gesture, father, but this life we've built is ours. It's not something to be bargained or divided. The man nodded, understanding the weight of his son's words. I see that, and I respect your choices. I've come not to claim what I once thought was mine, but to offer partnership if you'll have it. One built on mutual respect and shared vision. Zola watched as Temba weighed the offer. After a moment's reflection, he spoke. Thank you. Your support is appreciated, but we will continue building our legacy together, with you at the helm of your empire and us carving our path here. His father smiled, his eyes brimming with pride. Very well. You've proven yourself a man of integrity, and that is all I could ever hope for. From that day forward, Temba's father offered occasional guidance, ensuring their success without interfering in their decisions. The partnership between them grew stronger, not as father and heir, but as equals, partners who respected each other's independence. Zola and Temba's legacy was one of their own creation, built on trust, hard work, and love. They had overcome adversity together, and with each step forward, they built something far more valuable than wealth, a life of fulfillment and mutual respect. The village that once whispered in judgment now watched in admiration. Zola's journey had transformed her from a victim of circumstance into a symbol of resilience and strength. Her kindness, unwavering spirit, and intelligence had outshone the material wealth that once defined success. With Temba by her side, their small workshop grew into a beacon of hope, a place where dreams were realized through hard work and integrity. Zola stood in the heart of their flourishing business, watching as traders, artisans, and villagers gathered around their creations. The once barren space had blossomed into a thriving enterprise. Their carvings, tools, and handcrafted goods were sought after far beyond the village borders, a testament to their dedication and ingenuity. Mama Jelani, on the other hand, became a figure of scorn. Her attempts to undermine Zola and Temba were met with harsh judgment and ridicule. The villagers, who once feared her wrath, now saw her cruelty for what it truly was, a desperate attempt to cling to power that had long since faded. Gossip had turned against her, and her influence dwindled with each passing day. The once respected matriarch was now ostracized, her presence unwelcome in the very community she once commanded. Zola, however, chose a path of forgiveness, not for Mama Jelani's sake, but for her own peace. Holding on to anger only weighs you down, she said to Temba one evening. but I don't need her to be a part of my life to move forward. Temba, understanding her choice, nodded. Let her go. We've built something stronger together. Though their paths diverged, Zola maintained a respectful distance from Mama Jelani. She didn't seek revenge, nor did she indulge in the bitterness of the past. Instead, her focus remained on building their future, a future rooted in character, compassion, and perseverance. Their legacy, much like their business, continued to grow. They inspired others in the village to value hard work and integrity over shallow judgments and superficial wealth. Villagers who once dismissed Temba's humble beginnings began to see the power of his vision, and many followed in his footsteps, finding their own paths to prosperity through dedication and courage. Zola and Temba became more than just a couple defying societal expectations. They became a symbol of hope, a guiding light for those who believed in the strength of unity and the value of character. Together, they showed that even in the face of adversity, love, resilience, and the determination to build a meaningful life could overcome the harshest challenges. In the end, their story wasn't just about triumph over hardship. It was about the enduring power of dreams realized through the simple yet profound values of kindness, hard work, and self-worth.